How has working at home affected your everyday routine? Working at home, I actually work the night shift. So it switched my schedule around to working and sleeping during the day and working at night, but it also helps to not have to commute every day to work. I get to go walk right over to the other room and sit in my office, and I can work in my PJs.
Working at home has affected my everyday routine by allowing me to have the flexibility to work when it's convenient for me. Being a mom of two littles, my routine gets a little crazy sometimes. And so I'm able to work in the gaps while they're at school, while they're in bed, and be able to have the time to spend with them. On average, daily, I work, it depends, anywhere from 6 to 10 hours, depending on the workload and depending on the day of the week. If I personally have something to do on a Friday, my days will be heavier during Monday through Thursday. If not, I work, normal 8-hour days, but I don't have to have the flexibility to do what I need to do.
I work a 9-hour shift. 1 hour of that is for lunch, and I get 2 10-minute breaks. Sometimes if volume is high, I might be asked to work a little longer, or I might volunteer. Either way, it's no more than an hour.
Am I able to multitask while working, or does it demand all my attention while working? This position has a very good work-life balance. So if I need to take a second to go switch over a load of laundry or something, I'm permitted to do so. I just stop the timer for the task at hand and jump back into it. You definitely need to be able to multitask, because you have multiple tasks thrown at you just in the course of the workday, but you definitely don't have to. It's not all you have to. You don't have to be glued to your seat. You can definitely enjoy the best of both worlds. Do I find it more difficult to work from home than in an office? Absolutely not. I actually find that I do much better working from a home office than I do actually out on the field. In an office, I find that I focus better, I have less distractions, and it makes me a stronger employee.
Absolutely not. Working from home is something I don't think I would ever foot back in an office. Working from home, I feel like there's less distraction, less people. You can chat with your team online, jump on video calls and things like that as needed. But again, there's nobody walking into your office there's no water cooler talk, as we call it.
I find myself taking more breaks than an office setting. Absolutely not. I actually find myself taking a lot less breaks. It's a lot less stressful working from home than it is working in a busy office. So I think that less breaks are needed on my end.
Actually, I do not. I find myself, if my breaks are short and sweet, I don't have anybody wandering into my office to talk to me. I am not wandering to anybody else's office. When I am sitting at my computer, I'm working.
Do I work in the morning, afternoon, or both? I actually am the only person currently working night shift, so the third shift.
I'm a rarity here at Contractor in Charge. I work at all times in all areas when my children are not around. I typically work in the mornings and then a little bit in the afternoon, and then we have family time. And if I have projects that need to be done after that, sometimes I work after they go to bed.
So what are the challenges that I've had working from home? I haven't really found any challenges. It has actually made life at home much easier for me with having 2 kids and only 1 shared car. So I think that it's actually made life a lot easier.
I would say I find there are a lot less challenges working from home. I would say the biggest one would be maybe if there's inclement weather and it causes an internet outage. That would be my biggest factor in there being an issue with working from home, would be if the internet goes down. That's my biggest gripe.
I personally feel like I've overcome these just because I've been doing it for 6 years. My initial challenges were some of the distractions of feeling like I'm at home, and also learning to manage your time is super important.
If I had any skills to recommend to somebody considering the job, I would recommend somebody to be very dedicated, very self-motivated, someone that is a self-starter and works well independently, someone that pays attention to detail, someone that does not get distracted easily. If you do, I feel like that would be a little, make working from home a little difficult.
Customer service and having a lot of patience with sometimes difficult customers is key to this job. We will run into all sorts of situations, so being able to have a quick thinking and being able to just maintain that customer friendly voice, because they are not out to get you. They're just there to have their repairs or their problem solved by the companies. I would say the way the training was structured really helped to set us up for success in the company. We started off with learning the trades, and then we slowly built up our knowledge, and we went through assessments to make sure that we retain that knowledge as well. So I feel like it was pretty easy to begin and complete after that.
How do I mentally prepare myself for the workday? Basically, I get up and I act as if I'm going to go into the office. I treat it just like I would be if I needed to commute to work every day. I get up, I get myself ready. I make sure my workspace is clean. I'm ready to go. I refill my drink cup, and I essentially am good to go.
As long as I have my coffee in hand, I'm good. We have a great team. I get my coffee, I come in, I check my Zoom messages, I say good morning, and I get working. Are the tools I have received enough to do the job asked of me? Absolutely. Here at Contractor in Charge, the only thing that we actually provide ourselves is our laptop, our computer, which most of us have. All of the other tools are provided remotely.
I would say yes. We are thoroughly trained in all of the systems and how we take our calls for the company. So I feel that I have been thoroughly trained enough to take these calls.
How do I keep myself from getting distracted by home life? I close my office door. My husband works the opposite shift than I do. My kids are grown. So my only distraction is my dogs at times, and I usually take them out on potty breaks really quick when I have a chance. But other than that, I don't really have too many distractions in my home.
So my kids go to daycare while I am sleeping during the day, and while I'm working at night, they're asleep in their beds.
I don't get too distracted. My house is pretty quiet during the day, and if I really need to, I shut the door. I prioritize. If I have a little bit of break in between meetings, that's when I know, like, I will go change the laundry. So I don't necessarily get distracted. I try and stay on task. But I have those little windows of time that I can do, 10, 15 minutes here and there.